Welcome back, everybody, to the studio segment of the ESL India Premiership 2018. I'm your host, Vagish Gotslebhan, and we just got done with an interesting, intense Counter-Strike Global Offensive game. Now, let's move on to the 5v5 MOBA there. Dota 2 is what we are waiting for. It's a very, very impressive lineup, both these teams which are going to be having a showdown. It's going to be a Cullies versus Nefarious game. So let's quickly take a look at the teams first and then head straight into the game.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. You're watching the summer season, phase one of the summer season. This is the Masters League, and we've got Nefarious on the Radiant facing off versus Cullies on the Dire. And Vivek joining me for this one is Floki. How's it going, Floki?
Indeed, it's going fine. I'm quite happy to see Nefarious here. We do remember them from the last ESL India Premiership. Fortunately, they didn't have a very dominant performance. They seem to be somewhere in the middle of the group, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And they weren't really able to beat all those top teams quite as much. There's Reckoning Infinities and Reckoning Esports and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, we have a new team on the horizon, I believe. That is Cullies. I don't think I remember them.
Nah,
I don't think I remember seeing them in the last season. Are they from the
they
last season?
no, they weren't in the last season. Not in the Masters League at the least. Falling Slowly seems like a familiar name. I presume I've seen him play party MMR here and there with my friends, and even play a fair bit of professional Dota. Nefarious has also had a roster change of sorts, but it's good to see teams that didn't have much success come back renewed with a fresh sense of purpose and perspective for the
Yeah.
third edition of the ESL India Premiership. A Phoenix pick, huh?
Yeah, quite surprising. They open with a Disruptor Phoenix, so looks like ESL India has like a meta of its own.
Mm-hmm.
A little curious to see where this Phoenix is gonna go because these seem like, I mean, Disruptor is a position 5 for sure. Is this Phoenix gonna be position 4?
I
And if it's gonna be position 4, yeah, I'm not too sure how well it's gonna do against the Sand King.
mm, I think it is going to be a four position Phoenix.
Yeah, but they're
Maybe.
lacking the Sables in these two heroes, though. That's the problem with Kali's draft. If they run the Phoenix in the position 4, your only real catch is Glimpse into Kinetic Field, and that too just can be dealt with a BKB.
Right. I'm sensing something like a Void pickup somewhere around the line for Cullies. Void Phoenix used to be a thing. I don't know. We might just see it get banned out as well. Um,
Yeah, and you can see Nefarious is also confused. They took a lot of time with that second pick of theirs. They didn't know exactly what this Phoenix is up to, so they just not gonna come at a core now. They gonna pick up the Witch Doctor and the Sand King. The Sand King, he's quite flexible, as we know. He can be played as position 4, can be played in the offlane, and it's quite a staple of all these Southeast Asian and Indian teams. And like you call it, Void Ban is in place.
yeah. I mean, if Cullies wanted the Void, this was definitely not how they should have opened. They should have picked up Disruptor plus something else and maybe picked up Void after the second ban phase along with the Phoenix. Uh,
Hmm.
if they were
Okay.
considering a Phoenix Void, I don't think they should have opened with a Phoenix because any team with half a brain would ban out the Void. Uh,
Yeah.
they're looking for Disable like you mentioned, and yeah,
So they're gonna
it's
pick up the Earth Spirit. So it's
it's an offlane Phoenix.
okay. It's an offlane Phoenix indeed. Little
They're,
surprised that they would pick an offlane Phoenix so early.
it's okay. I mean, like you aren't giving away too much. I think I think that you can't really draft too much to counter deal with an offlane Phoenix. Maybe just more disables,
Yeah.
and Nefarious have got that by the plenty.
Yeah,
I
and they
like
can also just zone the Phoenix out, actually, this Sand King and Witch Doctor.
they can.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, they can. He's probably going to dive around, try and pick up runes. Uh, I don't know. I mean, like the thing about Phoenix is you need levels more than anything else, and that's why I
Hmm.
think he needs a solo lane. When you run him on the 4 position, something that VG Gaming do a fair bit, that it only ends up
Hmm.
working for you if the game is slow and that Phoenix is getting space. If he gets space, he gets his GPM talent, and then he just by sheer net worth, he's going to be a factor in team fights. And of course, Supernova is great. But
Yeah.
Nefarious, they're going to pick up the Doom and probably try and ensure that the Supernova never gets off in the first place.
Yeah, now I'm quite happy with this Doom pick. What Cullies can sort of do in order to deal with this is that they can try to get the Phoenix versus Doom matchup.
Hmm.
This is really good for the Phoenix because Phoenix isn't the one who's too troubled by Doom's presence. I mean, Phoenix just stays away. He doesn't really take any. I mean, let's just use gender neutral pronouns. It doesn't take any damage from Infernal Blade because it's gonna be away from Doom most of the time, being a ranged hero. Also has
Right.
the fire spirits, so he's always gonna find the better trade. And with the laser, that is the Sunray, he is gonna be dealing a bunch of damage to Doom in lane. So I think that's what Cullies should be looking to do.
Hmm.
Ooh, and that said, they're gonna pick the OD, another staple for Southeast Asian and Indian teams, as we know.
Yeah. I
These
think.
ODs, Death Prophets, and Shadow Fiends,
Yeah.
and Tinies. That
Yeah. I think OD is more and more becoming somewhat flexible as far as laning is concerned. You can throw it mid, you can throw it in the safe lane. Not doesn't offer a lot in a dual lane situation, but if you leave the OD
Mhm.
alone versus an offlaner, the OD is going to do okay. Um,
There's also the setup, actually, now that you mention it. There's the Astral into the Static Storm.
yeah,
If you manage to cash out any of the co-heroes, they're going to be falling in this first 20 minutes of the game.
yeah.
So that's another thing that Nefarious have to watch out for. If you
Also
see the
set up.
OD, yeah, like if you see the OD, just presume the Disruptor and or an Outspit are going to be behind, and that hero is not going to be survived once he's Astral. You need to bring all your heroes in order to make sure that happens.
Hmm. Also set up for the mid lane for the Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, there's skill potential. I'm not a huge fan of the Earth Spirit as much as I used to be, simply because of
Mhm.
how close the tier 1 towers are to the creeps in the mid lane. So, I mean, even if you
Mhm.
get a rolling boulder in, unless the enemy mid laners up your slope, you don't get off that much Harris, because you probably get
True.
1 or 2 hits and then you're already under the tower. So,
Yep.
Earth Spirit isn't what he used to be when it comes to ganking the mid lane. Uh, he's also a lot stronger on the Radiant side, because you have those trees on the right of the mid tier 1 on the Radiant side, which allow you
Mhm.
to roll in. You have that. You can roll in from fog. On the dire side, it's a lot harder. Usually, your ward will
Yep.
scout you out. Um,
On
Lina
the
pickup.
trade-off, though, yeah, Lena pickup. I mean, I'm a little antsy about this. I'm not too sure how good that is. You have the Earth Spirit to sort of deal with the Lena early on. He can just roll in and kick the Lena back, and Odie can just fire away at the Lena. There's not much that she can do about it. But with that said, if she manages to find levels and doesn't die too much, she could be a big factor in these team fights. She could be taking out Supernova, she can be taking out the OD, and that's sort of what OD is really vulnerable to. High amounts of burst damage from multiple sources. If you
Hmm.
ever look at a bad OD game, it generally comes in where like the enemy team has just way too many nukes and just way too many utility spells. For example, like you have slows, you have silences, you have stuns, and that's sort of what Nefarious see us. It looks like that's what they're trying to do with the Doom, with the Witch Doctor, the Sand King, the Lina, and now the Phantom Lancer as well. So they have another way of dealing with the OD. It's gonna be using the Phantom Lancer and just running at the OD. And OD does do bonus damage to illusions, but against the Phantom Lancer, he doesn't get too much about his illusions. He can just create new ones with every other hit.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
what pick
it's
could Cullies go for?
um,
Yeah, sorry.
safe lane. What could they go for?
Safe.
Someone who hits stars. That much is a
Shadow Shaman
must.
carry?
Huh. I don't
True,
mind
true.
Visage actually.
Oh yeah, Wizards wouldn't be too bad either. Wizards doesn't deal with the Doom and the Phantom Lancer too well. Also, all the early aggression, that's not something that Wizards is very good at handling. They are gonna pick up the Monkey King. Okay.
Hmm.
Monkey King versus Doom, that's a good matchup for the Monkey King. So,
It
but
is.
yeah, I'm a little worried about the Phoenix. I just hope that the Phoenix is able to find the levels that it needs in
Yep.
order to have impact on the game.
Yeah. I'm actually. I think we're both leaning towards Nefarious to take this one.
Yep. I certainly am. I mean, I see a Sand King. That's my go-to hero. I love playing him, so I'm gonna favor Nefarious.
Okay. I just see a generally better draft, and uh, a
Yep.
lot of times people play OD. A lot of ODs when I think Lina is going to give OD a tough time at mid. The team fight on the side of Nefarious is just so much stronger. I see Cullies only really winning one lane very hard, and that's the safe lane. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think Nefarious just have a much easier draft to execute.
Yep. I mean, their game plan is simple: get Lina levels, get PL farm, and just get rolling. Whereas for
Also,
Cullies on the other side, you need to make sure your lanes go well. Then you need to apply pressure on Nefarious, and you need to keep that pressure up and sort of like force these situations where one hero is down on the enemy team, so you take an objective.
yeah.
And they're not the best at taking objectives. They don't have heroes that hit buildings.
They don't. They don't take objectives. Their team fight is. I mean,
It's ridiculous. I mean,
it's
it's
somewhat
actually
based on
insanely
RNG
good.
actually.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
good, but
somewhat.
I
Yep.
I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off. Like until Earth Spirit gets a blink, there's no
Mhm.
guarantee that the Strike Storm or the Supernova are going to connect, or the Wukong's command is going to make a difference.
Yeah, it's all gonna be about the boundless strike.
Yeah, that's the most reliable aspect
Yeah,
of their team fight.
lockdown. Yep, that's the only source of lockdown that they can really rely on. But that's where the OD Astral comes into play, right? Because you're
Yep.
sort of only hoping that you catch one hero and then you drop Static Storm, sort of save the Supernova for the next fight when you're trying to take the objective, so that if the enemy team tries to go on you, you have an egg to work with and also a Wukong's command if needed.
Right. We might also. I mean, the way I see Cully's winning fights is if they bring down one from the side of Nefarious and then they have to chase them down because they're somewhat good at chasing them down. Like the Monkey King can give vision, Disruptor can glimpse, and if they start a fight by immediately forcing a 4v5, they could chase down Nefarious and
True.
find themselves a couple of kills. This
Yep.
is classic ESL India for those of you just tuning in. It's pretty much the norm for someone to disconnect or no one to disconnect and a pause to take place. Um, but yeah, this time Doom is disconnected. I think they, just like in Southeast Asia, everybody binds their taunts to right click. In Indian Dota, everybody binds pause to the right click button.
Yep. I have to agree with you on that one. But
Anyway,
what is the pause for? I
hey,
mean, we saw
Doom
the admin
Doom
asking the question.
disconnected. Doom is disconnected. I think it's a
Yeah.
legit pause, but yeah, we're going through them a lot quicker.
Yep. Thank God.
I'm going to quickly run through the lineup here. I'm going to start with Nefarious. You got Adi Man playing the Doom. Lena going to be played by Chicken. Phantom Lancer in the hands of Abi. Lips of an Angel. He's going to be playing that 4 position Sand King, and that leaves us with Rogue playing the Witch Doctor.
On the side of Cullies, we have Rizal playing the OD, You Can't Beat It on the Phoenix, Zeal playing the Earth Spirit, Disruptor being played by Agent 6, and Falling Slowly on the Monkey King.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, you can see his smoke has been popped. Just gonna make sure that you get those early wards up.
hmm This is actually, I strongly favor this movement. I mean, ever
Hmm.
since you can't TP at level 1, I expected more and more teams to just pop a smoke to get that early ward. If you get your ward down first at mid, you're
Yep.
almost always guaranteed a D ward. So it's a neat move coming out from the side of Cullies. You should see your opponents plant their wards after you, and that's half the reason why you get D wards.
Yep. Top lane though, Monkey King. He's gonna be disguised as a tree. Sand King is gonna spot that out. And he's just gonna slowly slither his way back to his tower. So we talked a bit about the wards, and let's talk about this for a moment, right? So ever since the new patch, since the mid lane towers are now a bit closer to the river, there is less space for enemy heroes to walk up on the high ground when the tier 1 tower is standing without taking damage from it, right? So it makes ganking the mid lane a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
So heroes like Shadowfiend, heroes like OD, heroes like Sniper, they're a lot more safer, and it's a lot more like less. It's less worth to get that ward if you're not gonna be fighting. I mean, I know they have an Earth Spirit, but what is realistically the chance that they kill this Lina? I'm
Okay.
guessing the Lina is just as competent as the OD, and they're both gonna have sort of an even laning phase.
Right.
And, and with that said, I mean, I don't know how much you should really prioritize this ward.
Do you?
Although, hold that thought. Bottom, Phoenix. She's gonna get gone upon with the Maledict. Took quite a bunch of damage, but the creeps will be pulled. So the offlane pull is gonna be successful, and it is gonna find some levels at the
Mhm.
very least. Top lane, same thing being done by the Doom. Earth Spirit doesn't have the bowler, so can't really cancel the TP. If the Doom wants, he can just TP out of this, and then the lane will push into his tower, and he will be able to farm the creep wave. And that's what he's gonna do. Disruptor does not have the glimpse, it's on cooldown for 34 seconds. Looks like he used it there previously.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, Phoenix. Supports doing their best to deny the Phoenix as much farm as they can, but don't think they were very successful in finding a single deny, and Phoenix
Mhm.
gets the level 2.
Big win for the Doom, forcing the Disruptor to put
Yeah.
that point in glimpse.
hmm
I mean, there's no way they push the Doom out of lane. It's going to be hard. Like I think Thunderstrike would have been a lot better. Glimpse has its value as well. But I wanted
Yep.
to talk to you a little bit more about the mid ward that you were talking about.
Yep.
You say dropping a slope ward is no more that valuable because you can't really gank
Yep.
mid that much.
Yep.
But
So
don't you
it's
want
sort of.
high ground vision? Because like people still eat. So this ward that they've dropped, it kind of gives vision up the slope and it gives a little bit of vision towards the rune as well. What do
I
you
mean, you.
honestly feel is the most effective ward that you can drop at mid?
I think it definitely is the rune ward.
But
No other ones. Oh, top lane. Monkey
yeah,
King, he might be in some trouble. Earth Spirit rolls and gets the kill with the boulder smash. Doom stepping a bit too further and not even safe under his own tower.
hmm
So what I like to see on the middle area is generally what that scouts out the rune and gives me enough vision of the slope.
I
Like if you
think
look at
that's
the
what they've
ward,
done. The Dio
yeah, but
and the Radiant ward do just that, doesn't it? Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah,
does.
it does, it does. I think there's probably some player preference that so the Radiant Port doesn't scout the rune. I mean, it's on the edge. I believe that this does not scout the rune, although
Okay,
time will tell.
okay.
We just have a quick look at what Radiant Fog looks like. Never mind, when the rune spawns, I'll have another look. But as I say that bottom lane, Phoenix is doing okay.
hmm
Doesn't have farm. I mean, you can't really expect the Phoenix to have farm, but it's managed to find some levels, 2.5 now. And supports not really being able to zone this Phoenix out.
Yeah, I
Gonna trade
mean,
harass with the Witch Doctor for
you
now,
gotta
and
force out the dive, and that's when you can kill him. I don't know what
true.
Rogue is expecting to accomplish here.
Yeah, I mean, he was just walking left, right, and okay. Sand King, Rift Barrow strike there, but he's gonna have another chance pretty soon in 3 seconds. Needs to force out the dive if he wants to find any sort of kill. Top lane, Doom, he's not doing too well. He's all out of region, and Earthspirit is eyeing him again. He might be in some trouble.
hmm
Oh, with that said, kicked back by the Earth Spirit, kinetic field to hold the Doom in place. The Wukong's command, the Jingo Mastery kicks in, and with the Boundless Strike, they find the kill.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I'm getting confused with all ability names today.
Do take a look at the Discord text
Yep.
channel.
Okay.
Back to the game. The mid lane seems to be. I don't even know how Lina has more denies than the OD. This shouldn't be happening.
Yep. I mean, this OD
But they
generally
are
is
trying
better
to find a kill here. They've got the cast, they've got the Maledict, Rizal.
right click.
Should end up
Yeah,
falling.
Uh, For some reason, I can't seem to find the text you have sent. Okay, there we go. Found it. So anyway, the top lane, Monkey King, he's gonna be held in place with the Ensign and takes some damage from the tower. Cheeky little play there by Adiman.
They have the glimpse, so they're going to glimpse him back into the kinetic field. He's going to turn around with the Infernal Blade. They got the Jingo, the Boundless Strike is there. Adiman will die. Jesus, the turnaround potential of a Boundless Strike. It's like a...
Yep.
It's a spell that's a stun and a satanic.
Yep. I mean, people used to whine about Wraith King having a free Vladimir Zora. Monkey King just has a free Satanic when creeps
Exactly.
around.
I mean, it's a satanic on a cooldown, a lot more useful, and it's burst damage. That's the worst part.
Yep. So it's just like one hit and suddenly you're dead.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried for the Earth Spirit. He
Hasn't done
he's
too
level
much.
2. Yeah, he's 1-0 and 1. He hasn't picked up too many bounty runes either, but does have the boots for now. So I'm guessing with the 10-minute tome, he'll be able to find some levels and get
Yep.
back in the game if he's not successful.
So, that's the thing, right? I
Bottom lane.
mean, bounty runes don't give you EXP either, so...
Yep. Bottom lane, you
Phoenix.
can't beat these. Yeah, Phoenix is gonna be forced to use the dive, and with that, he's gonna be going back. And just look at this Phoenix. At the moment, it's just getting pounded away. Does have the Tranquils though. So
Up top, they're going to try and bring down the Doom. They've got the Chingu, the Boulder Smash is there. And falling slowly will net himself another kill on the Doom.
yeah, this Doom is not gonna be feeling too hot.
So,
Lips of Angel, what is he trying to do? He just uses Burrow Strike. Okay, Witch Doctor's here with the Kazit, trying to kill off the Disruptor, but that's not gonna happen, my friend. An Earth Spirit and the Disruptor are in the vicinity. Thunder Strike onto Sand King, and with the Shingo Mastery, falling slowly will secure the kill. Oh, Boundless Strike on the Witch Doctor? He's gonna be okay, but loses a ton of HP. Questionable plays there by Nefarious, going in for a Disruptor kill when you just saw the Earth Spirit and the MK.
Did you get the
Bottom lane.
Did you get the Discord text?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Yeah, because you're delaying a lot to the game. You're actually seeing stuff a good minute late. Anyway, up top though, they're going to find falling slowly. The Boulder Smash is there, it clips a bunch. Falling slowly has Maledict upon him. He's going to try and man up. He's got the Boundless Strike. He's moving on to Adiman. He's still got the life steal coming out from the Jingo, and Adiman does end up surviving with the Scorch. So Lips of an Angel turns back with the Boundless Strike, falling slowly, dropping low, ends up falling. The Infernal Blade is there. They're trying to find some sort of a return kill, and they will find the Sand King. Another two-man Boulder Smash, but there isn't any follow-up coming out from the side of Cullies. They are, however, going to glimpse back the Witch Doctor. Zeal gets himself a double kill, but with the Maledict and the Infernal Blade, surely he's going to tick down. He pops the stick charges and finally ends up falling. That's a killing spree taken away.
Yeah, it's... The Maledict there did a lot of work on the Earth Spirit as well as the Monkey King. The Monkey King did manage to get the Boundless Strike and regain some of his HP, but the way Maledict works is if you gain HP back during the Maledict, you'll take less damage.
Okay.
However, the Burrow Strike hit just as the Maledict was about to end, and with the extra burst damage, they found the kill.
I mean, yeah,
So,
basically Maledict
close.
does more damage if you have more HP missing.
Yep. And if you gain HP, it'll start doing less damage. with
Exactly.
Maledict.
Yeah.
But this does mean that bottom lane Phoenix is going to find some XP. PL is pushing out the lane. He's level 8 against this level 4 Phoenix.
Not sure what
Okay.
Disruptor was doing all by himself at the enemy bounty note. This is I mean, I consider this bad 5 position play.
I mean, in all honesty, I don't think that a lot of Southeast Asian players are good at playing support. We've talked about this time and again, right? Like,
I mean,
very few.
yeah, I'm not going to extend any regional generality to Indian Dota, but what I feel is that just going to pick up a bounty rune all by yourself when you don't know where the other 2 supports are, it's a big no-no. I think the same goes for when you're playing an aggressive tri lane. You don't move to places where you don't have vision as a support. It's that simple.
Yep.
If you're doing it, it's a risk. It may work, it may not work. Up top,
Top
falling
lane.
slowly. He's got the boundless strike. They are trying to catch him. Adi man giving chase, has the face boots, doesn't have the infernal blade for a while. Lips of an angel, 2 points in the boundless strike. Will close the gap here. Earth Spirit rolls in, gets the boulder smash, but the Laguna blade is there. They'll bring down the Monkey King. They're looking for more. They want the Earth Spirit. They're giving chase and zeal. There's no way he gets out of this. The boundless strike will whiff, but Adi man keeps the chase going. And with that, Dragon Slave Lina gets herself a double kill.
Yep. So pretty close early game so far.
Yeah, I'm going to
No clear network advantage and
Yeah, I mean, if you toggle over to individual net worth, the Monkey King doing slightly better than the PL. B chasing for the Phoenix. Will match the Doppelganger ahead. Should get the kill and does get it.
yeah, he needs to TP and get out though.
His TP is on cooldown for a good 3 seconds. And the Boulder Smash did clip him. But now without the Boulder Smash, I think it's safe for him to TP out.
Yep. Top lane, Doom has his ultimate and should be looking to make a move pretty soon. Lina TP's in as well, so they want to kill this Monkey King. They want to start applying the pressure.
Yeah.
And he's getting closer and closer to his Battle Fury, so that's the right idea on Nefarious' mind.
You
Just pressure the Monkey King, make sure he doesn't get his Battle Fury, and
like the Battle Fury pickup?
I mean, yeah, he's the only hero.
Oh,
beside
there's the
Nefarious that
Doom
can
coming
harm.
up from Adi, man. The glimpse is there, pushes back Chicken. Chicken was looking for the Laguna Blade, did lift her hand, but Adi man keeps chasing. I'm not really sure this is in his best interest. Rogue is here, has the cast. They're trying to bring down HN6, and with the Laguna, they'll get the Disruptor falling slowly. Walks back in, but there isn't any real lockdown for this Monkey King. Meanwhile, at mid, Razel did find a kill onto the Sand King.
Yep. They doomed the Monkey King, but they found a kill on the Disruptor. That's gonna bite Nefarious a bit because they really wanted the Monkey King kill. They want to shut down his farm, make sure he doesn't get a lot of gold going for himself. Because once he has the Battle Fury, he's gonna be split pushing all over the map. And Nefarious, they have ways of dealing with the split push in the Lina, but I don't think Lina wants to be the one split pushing because then you're gonna get caught out by Earth Spirit and Disruptor. Also the OD. At the moment, I think what Nefarious need to do is just sort of keep applying this pressure every single time they have their ultimates. And this PL, as soon as he finishes Diffusal Blade, he needs to start moving around with his team and securing objectives. The first thing he needs to do is make sure the tier 1 tower bottom falls, do his best to pressure it, force some rotations, and then with his Diffusal Blade, he can start moving around. I feel it's very important to get that enemy safely in tier 1 tower as a carry hero that's more focused around becoming active in the mid game. Because the more map control you deny to the enemy, the more aggressive you're going to be able to play. So many a times you can find yourself in this situation where... Oh, top lane.
Yeah,
I was rambling, looks like.
I was watching bottom where HN6 is kind of chilling and preparing for a kill. He's got the Static Storm, they've got the Supernova. He's being patient about this, but his invisibility is timing out. He's got to make a move right now. He's waiting patiently. They've got the grip, the Boulder Smash off the mark. They're going to swoop forward with the dive. The Epicenter being channeled. This Supernova committed. The Static Storm will cancel the Epicenter, and it catches both of them. Lips of an Angel and Abi held in place. The Supernova stun is there. Abi tries to juke with the Doppelganger, but the Boulder Smash holds him in place, and he surely should end up falling. Tries to take down Zeal with him, but won't be successful.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
They should
at
have hit
mid,
though they weren't Supernova.
Chicken preparing.
Oh.
He's got the LSA perfectly timed with OD's Astral, but Ryzel just turns around. He's got the Maledict upon him, but this is a man fight he cannot win. Chicken does end up picking up a kill for himself, while up top, Adi man with the Doom. Man fighting the Monkey King here. He's got the Scorched Earth, so he can get away for the time, being the Sunray coming through, trying to heal the Monkey King. Lifts off an Angel, he's here with the Boundless Strike. Here comes the Earth Spirit, but the Boundless Strike coming in the nick of time, and the Cullies, they turn it around. They lose no one. They get 2 kills for themselves.
Oh boy. That
Boundless Strike.
like we talked about. That mini Satanic coming in handy. The Phoenix, I was a little surprised that the Phoenix cancelled the Sunray. But the
Top
Doom
rune,
went.
Chicken goes in with the Laguna Blade. Won't find the kill. HN6 looking for the glimpse. Doesn't have the vision up the high ground, but will find the Witch Doctor. Rogue glimpsed into the kinetic field. And Cullies should definitely get this kill. Rizal with the double damage picks it up for himself.
Oh, and Phoenix is gonna be saved with the Astral by the OD. Good play there by Rizal. The last tick of Maldic was blocked by the Astral. Now, with that said, uh, RB, he has taken his bottom tier 1 tower and he's finished up his Diffusal Blade. So we should see him moving around the map and get more active with his team. This is where Nefarious' lineup really shines when they start going around the map looking for kills, because Monkey King is not the best at dealing with illusions, neither is OD. They kind of rely a lot on Phoenix and Disruptor or Static Storm to do that job for them. Maybe you get a good Boundless Striker, but that's about it.
Cullies, they've got to be
Oh.
careful. Abhi's coming to the mid lane. He's got the Diffusal Blade, but the Static Storm is there along with the Sunday. They're actually healing and turning it around. They bought down the PL Lips of an Angel with the Epicenter. Rogue with the Death Ward. They're trying to bring down the OD. They'll finally bring him down. The Supernova being channeled elsewhere to the side. The Boulder Smash finds them. The Sand King, they're chasing for more. Phoenix with the Sunray. Zeal with the Rolling Boulder. They get 3, but they do lose the OD, while up top, Chicken as well as Adiman did find the kill into the Monkey King. This game is a lot closer than I thought.
Yes, early game was constant back and forth action between these two teams. Every single time Laguna Blade and Doom is up, they managed to find the kill. I mean, Doom wasn't even up right now. There was just a Laguna Blade that was available on Lina, and they decided to kill MK with it. MK is being set back further and further from this Battle Fury.
Yeah.
He only has 1k gold now. It's gonna be a good 5 minutes, I think, before he finds a Battle Fury, unless he manages to find a few kills.
I think what's going to probably tilt the mid game in favor of the Dire is that Zeal is so close to a Blink Tag on the Earth Spirit, while the Sand King is very, very far.
Yep.
That's probably going to decide what happens in the next 10 minutes. And I mean, Earth Spirit, 3 melee heroes. It's an extremely juicy team fight that you're looking forward to. But for now,
Yep.
Nefarious, they have smoked up. They're searching. They're hunting. They might.
6. He's
Wait.
Invis once again.
What?
Bottom lane.
Okay, the gangs all across the map. Up top, they have found Rizal with the Doom though. They've got the Maldic. The cask will bounce around. They bring down the OD while down
Rizal
bottom.
with
A B held in place in the Static Storm with that Boundless Strike. And the Sunray is going to end up falling.
Okay, so kills all over the map, I mean.
I am really
That's
enjoying
quite
this
the
game.
early top. Yeah, so am I. I mean, this game is a lot closer than most Premiership games, and
Yeah.
both teams are playing very well. They know what they want to do with the draft. They're not caught off guard by what the enemy team is doing. Nefarious, you can see that even though the Phantom Lancer died, they're like, guys, we can shut down this OD as much as we want. MK is always gonna be facing problems because we have a Lina, so let's just go around the map
Up
and make
top,
sure
Phoenix
Lina gets
controlled
farmed.
with the Yules. The Bounce Strike is then with the Laguna. They'll bring down the Phoenix, who didn't even get to pop off the Supernova. HN6, they've got Detection. They're going to bring down the Disruptor as well. But here's Zeal with the Blink Dagger. Misses the Boulder Smash. The cask is there. LSA coming out from the Lina. And with the Death Ward, they should get the Earth Spirit. It's Adi Man who actually nets himself a double. And Nefarious,
Yep.
once again,
I mean-
swinging back.
The Phoenix couldn't get the ultimate off. There was a sick use there by Chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Catching the Phoenix mid dive and then just
So-
shooting the stun perfect.
You know, one thing that I noticed, I mean, I casted 2 years of the Premiership, and one thing that I noticed is last year, a game was close because both teams made a lot of mistakes. I think this year the games are close because both teams are playing equally well in good Dota, and it's actually
Yep.
fun to watch. Zeal is going to be a bit disappointed with what he did with the Blink Dagger, though.
Wait, what?
Zeal on the Earth Spirit. He's going to be a
Okay.
bit disappointed about that fight.
Oh,
He
yeah.
kind of missed his
Yeah.
Boulder Smash. I
I mean, it's the first fight. You still have a lot more chances. You have the big
Absolutely.
ultimates from OD, Phoenix. You can just go back and try to make sure you get a few kills. I think what they need to try and do now is shut down this Lina. This Lina is starting to gain a lot of levels. Level 15 already, and the OD is still level 13.
yeah.
Once Lina gets that level 3 Laguna Blade, this MK is going to be in a world of trouble. Anybody who tries to fight the Lina is going to have a rough time. I wouldn't be too surprised if Chicken goes for the axe after the Bloodstone.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because you have so much spell amplification on Lina, building all that intelligence, and also that level 20 talent, the plus 12 spell amplification. I don't exactly like it, but if you're gonna play Axe Lina, I think that's the talent to get over the Fairy Soul per stack.
Axe Kaya.
Although, yep, Axe Gaia and just instantly delete someone. I mean, as of now, the ulti deals close to okay, it deals 692 damage with all the intelligence amplification.
Well, they are gonna smoke
It's
up
a
and
lot of
move through the
damage.
mid lane.
Yeah, they might find the Phoenix here.
They see the Phoenix, but who do they find? They
They
bump
should
into
just go for the
Zeal. Zeal
Phoenix.
blinks away. HN6 has the Glimmer Cape. Two-man boulder smash. Adi man with a Glimmer Cape of his own,
GG.
but they've got detection. They've got vision. The Stack Storm on the floor. Sunray coming through. B being controlled. Phoenix wants to commit the Supernova. Will commit it. Elsewhere onto the side. Adi man with the Doom controlling the Monkey King. Zeal, let's lose the Magnetize. Wants the Doom. The Supernova stun is there, and Adi man slowed by the Phoenix will end up falling. Up north, Epicenter being channeled, but OD with the Astral still alive. This is near a shrine, but he's not going to get to it as Chicken with the Laguna gets himself a double kill. And Cullies, they're going to be a bit disappointed about that fight. Zeal trying to force the issue, rolls in with the rolling bolter, is being controlled. The LSA from Chicken will get him that kill, but that's a godlike streak given away. And the Monkey King with the Wukong's command will take on the PL and bring him down as well. HN6 still searching for the glimpse, doesn't have vision.
You know, Fairy is slightly overextending there. They found the Earth Spirit, but they should have backed off then and there. PL, he wanted to stay and fight the MK, but wasn't successful. The PL made a sick play, by the way, while he was in the jungle. He managed to fool Ryzel into thinking that the real Phantom Lancer was the illusion. And he was able to buy himself a few more seconds, which allowed them to find the kill onto Ryzel. So, good plays there overall by Nefarious. Lips of Angel too, he had a few whiff power strikes, but this time he was all on point. Got the Earth Spirit before he could find that Boulder Smash, and that was really what changed the fight for them. That's why they could find the Earth Spirit pick-off.
I'm a bit... I mean, I don't know if Cullies recognizes, but their biggest advantage for the past couple of minutes was that Zeal had a Blink Dagger and the Sand King didn't. I mean, now I think the fights can pretty much go in anyone's favor. The next big deal breaker is going to be a BKB.
I mean, you have your Blink Dagger, that's nice, but the problem is you need these big ultimates on the side of Cullies to be able to fight the lineup of Nefarious. Cullies, they did find the right timing on the Blink Dagger, but that's all that they managed to find. You still need your ultimates. You can't fight into Phantom Lancer, Lina, Sand King without having these big ticket ultimates, because you need to find that one hero before the fight starts and make it a 4v5. The 5v5 fight, you're never going to win against Nefarious because they have the Doom. So 5v5 fights for them are always going to be favorable. And 5v5 fights for Cullies, on the other hand, may not be so. They can try to fight, but they need to make sure they find the Doom first.
Yeah. Cullies, you can't beat it on the Phoenix. He actually skipped the GPM talent. We went for the 8% spell amplification. Now, I mean, Spirit Vessel is also magic damage.
Yeah. Oh boy. That Spirit Vessel is...
along with that Urn and that 8% spell amp and the recent change to the Spirit Vessel, it's going to do
also
a lot of work.
Whale.
Also the Whale, yeah.
I mean, a base Spirit Vessel deals around 600 damage from full HP to 2000 HP hero. I've tested this in the lobby myself. So it does a lot of work. With the spell amplification, it's gonna be even scarier.
Okay, so a Spirit Vessel does 600 damage. It's fixed. There's a number to it.
No, it's not fixed. It's a percentage of your max HP.
Right.
So if you have 2000 HP, it's gonna start dealing damage based on that. No, wait, it's on current HP, I think, not max HP.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on current HP. So sort of like.
I mean, I don't know. I read the patch notes, but it was extremely vague. It said it's magic damage. That's all it said.
Yeah, it is magic damage, so it is gonna be amplified. But the good thing is that, I mean, you just have so much damage over time. You really can't regen any HP.
Yeah.
Doom is gonna be the one who's gonna be really bothered if the Spirit Vessel is upon him because
Absolutely.
Scorched Earth won't heal him.
Yeah.
He
Probably
relies on
would
Scorched
do.
Earth.
Probably would do well to buy a pipe for himself and his team.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
a
actually
pipe.
surprised that.
Yeah, the pipe is quite important for either side. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I really think that they need a. Now that you mention it, there's a lot of magical damage on the side of Team Cullies, and a pipe should have been underway.
Mhm.
A pipe and a Crimson Guard. Crimson Guard would have sort of made sure that they can fight under Wukong's command if need be, and pipe can make sure that they don't take a lot of damage if they get caught up by the Supernova or the Static Storm.
Yeah.
You can't really tank through both the ultis even with the pipe, but
Ho-
what you're hoping for really with the pipe is that you tank one and you kill the other before they get it off. Yeah, I
I'm
hear
looking at
you.
bottom. Yeah. Falling slowly. Might just end up falling to Chicken here. But he pops his fresh that second BKB, jumps onto the trees while up top Adi man gets picked off. I think he walked into a dire sentry there with that shadow blade of his.
Yeah, that's what happened, and the disruptor was standing right there in his arms waiting.
Both the five positions have done well in terms of farm as well. They both got glimmer capes. If you look at the map, both sides don't have offensive vision, which is rather unusual. It's probably or possibly been rewarded. I see a bunch of Radiant sentries here and there.
Mhm.
So both
Cullies,
teams trying
they're
to,
gonna smoke up.
yeah, they're moving towards the Lena. Zeal will commit the rolling
Chicken.
boulder, should get the boulder smash. The Atos is there. They've got the grip. Chicken does have a Yule Scepter, but nobody seems to be moving
Suicide.
towards him. He's dropping really low, does get glimpsed, turns around. Dragon Slave Laguna will end up falling slowly. Who got that kill with the Boundless Strike, and the Supernova even committed, not accomplishing too much there. Lips of an
Yep.
Angel and a Beam moving through the mid lane. Oh, that doppelganger, it breaks trees. I mean, falling slowly, he's
Yep.
got to be careful about that. Abhi just runs forward. The Boundless Strike is there. They'll get the Disruptor. Zeal comes in. Looks for... Wait, where? Who did he go on? The Boulder Smash clipped both the PL and the Sun King, but I think Abhi dodged it with the Doppelganger. He's got 3 stacks of Jingo upon him, and the Spirit Vessel as well. Falling slowly on a killing spray. Disruptor for PL, I think Cullies are going to be absolutely okay with that one.
Yeah, that was a very good trade for Cullies over there. They're finding these high net worth goals and it's working out for them every time. What Nefarious should have done here instead was that the Lina had a Bloodstone, so she's gonna come back pretty soon.
Yeah,
Bottom lane though.
she nearly brought down the
Lena?
Phoenix. Phoenix
Wait,
did
and
manage to Icarus dive away.
Okay. Chicken is just gonna run back. Little surprised that he didn't.
He
fight with
might
the
fall here.
back
The
over
boulder smash and the grip is there. They've got the rolling boulder. The Atos does come out from the OD. The silence has worn out, but Chicken, he's fast with the Yules, with the face boost. He's just going to run away.
But they know now that they're here, and Nefarious should try to group up and sort of make a smoke play right away because there are no big ultimates, no Supernova, no Magnetize. You do have the Sanity's Eclipse, but that's about it. Supernova is really what you have to be playing around if you're Nefarious right now and try and make sure that Supernova is not there for team fights when you go for them.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I think we haven't seen a full 5v5 engagement, but I don't think Nefarious are bothered too much by the Supernova. I mean, honestly, Lina with the Fury Souls and even the PL, they can bring it down rather quickly.
Yeah, but the problem really comes in where you have a Static Storm and then you also have a Supernova
Exactly,
on top of it, and you have an
exactly.
OD pounding away.
It's
So-
I mean that takes bad positioning on your end, but yeah, it is a possibility. It is a possibility. They are getting
I
closer and closer to their BKBs. Chicken just missing gold for the recipe.
Now, this is what sort of Nefarious want to do. They want to take these 5v5 fights, but there are lots of big ultimates on the side of Cullies which deter them from doing so. Which is why I very adamant on the fact that as soon as 1 or 2 big ultimates are down, you smoke up, you make a play with the Doom, and you try to team fight. Doom is not the hero that you can get pickoffs with. He has a 145-second cooldown ultimate. You're meant to use it in team fights to make it 4v5.
Right.
You're not supposed to use it to find pickoffs on the map.
I'm
I mean,
also.
in the late game, you can, but right now they need to fight 5-man really hard.
Also not a fan of the Doom's itemization. I don't know why you make an item for positioning which didn't end up working in the first place, and then you make another item for positioning.
I think
Just pick up the blink first. Well, I mean, like, I don't know.
Yep. I sort of agree. I like the Blink Dagger, but the thing about Shadowblade is that during the downtime of Doom, can still go around the map setting kills, and Shadowblade sort of does a better job because you can also
I mean,
sort of
but he hasn't
double
done
it up
that,
as
right?
a.
Like, it only works
Yep.
against a badly coordinated pub stack or something.
Not really. I mean, it can work in pro games as well, but the lineup of Cullies is not meant to. Then,
But
if you see, they're not
wo-
splitting up. They're always playing as a unit. They're farming
exactly,
next to each.
exactly. I mean, a good
But
team
Shadowblade.
wouldn't give pickoffs like that. Like this disruptor is not going to be roaming all by himself.
Yep.
Earth Spirit down bottom goes for the rolling boulder into the boulder smash and the grip. They've got the Spirit Vessel and ouch! Look at the damage. The Spirit Vessel, the Sunray, and the Boundless Strike also coming through from falling slowly. That Phoenix hurts, man. And he's
Yeah,
gonna
that
complete
Phoenix.
it pipe. The Doom isn't doing that well, honestly.
Yeah, the Doom. I was expecting a bit more from the Doom, but he's 3, 7, and 9, and hasn't really had the impact he needs to. Chicken
Top
might be
Chicken
in some
commits the
trouble.
BKB. He's trying to bring down falling slowly. He's committed the Wukong Saman. He's got that extra armor. He's man fighting with the Boundless Strike. Will bring down Adi Man. The cast bounces around. The Glimmer Cape is there. He turns into a tree. He's still trying to stay alive, but Arby on the backlines goes for HN6. The Sunray trying to heal up the Disruptor and bring down the Phantom Lancer. And with the Spirit Vessel, they do just that. Chicken gets off another LSA. The Supernova holding them back. They've got the Atos onto Rogue. They're trying to deal with this lean up, but they're struggling to. The Supernova manages to find 2 kills for Cullies as a Sunray will secure the last necessary kill onto the Lina. Cullies, they bring down 5. They lose none at all.
Yeah, well played team fight there by Cullies. The Laguna Blade was there by the Lina on the MK, but the MK reacted quick and popped his BKB. With the Surge and Yasha, he's actually quite tanky and
Yeah.
not really easy to bring down unless the Lina has an axe.
Can I just say something which is a very unpopular opinion? If you're something like a Storm Spirit or a PL, just pick up Dust, man. Come on. The only reason Disruptor survived is because he had a Glimmer Cape and the PL didn't have detection.
And PL doesn't have a slot for it, in all honesty. I mean, I'd like to see him carry
Drop the
detection, but-
Aquila. I don't know.
Aquila
Drop
is not an item you want to drop until 40 minutes. In all
I
honesty, I mean,
he failed to kill the Disruptor because no one had detection. I mean,
that's the job of the supports, really. Just drop Sentry Wards, drop Dust before you die. Try and get the kill on the supports.
I mean,
I understand where the sentiment is coming from, but you can't really carry Dust on PL because he likes to carry his Aquila. He likes to have all these stat items that make him more efficient. If there was any other hero, I mean, if this was Storm, I can agree with you because Storm, he's not prone to having slot issues. He's usually going to have one Bloodstone, one Null Talisman, Treads, and Bottle. So he can carry the Dust.
he had it
But
slot
heroes
for a
like
TP
PL,
at that time. He did have a free slot.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't know.
but
I mean,
that's
but
not
you-
that's really next level stuff. In all honesty, that's kind of stuff that 8K players, 9K players tend to think about. You don't need the TP. I'm gonna swap it out with the Dust. I mean, it's not that high level, but
It
if you
is.
think about it.
It's so
typically,
easy,
it's
right? I
really
mean,
needed.
if you're something like, if you're just chasing supports and you know supports have Glimmer Capes, and it's not guaranteed that your support is going to provide vision, then just carry it yourself. I mean, of course, sure, the Sand King, I don't know what he did in that fight, honestly. I think
I mean,
he died before the fight began, but look at this. They're going for a B once more. This Disruptor, he's been on point, falling slowly, man fighting. The epicenter comes through with the Death Ward. This time they'll kill the Disruptor, falling slowly, doomed up as well. I think Nefarious might try and find the Monkey Kick. Random dust being popped out by the Doom. They've got the Phoenix further north. The LSA on cooldown now available to the Lina, but this Phoenix isn't dying anytime soon. Pops a Supernova. Chicken trying to just steal with the egg and will successfully bring it down. Turns around, has the Laguna Blade, Lips of an Angel with a Burrow Strike. Does end up securing that kill onto the Earth Spirit while Rizal quickly sneaked in, did a little bit of damage and got the hell out as well. Yeah, Cullies, I think, I don't know.
Accept the welcome
Yeah, I was gonna say throw. I think you put it in a
in a
much,
milder way.
yeah, in a milder way. I don't know what the Phoenix was doing, trying to man fight 2 heroes all by himself. It was okay. Maybe if he did that with teammates in the vicinity, I'd be okay with that. But
If you had a Shiva's gut, that move would have been better because he was really hoping that the Fire Spirits could lower the attack speed enough. But Lina, she has a lot of attack speed from that third skill.
yeah,
I mean, She has 85 from just one stack of Fairy Soul, and she had 3. Phoenix, you only lose attack speed by 140, so 2 stacks and you've already negated that Phoenix's effectiveness from the Fire Spirits.
Mhm.
Also, another
I
thing to...
I don't think any fire spirits connected on the Lena. I don't think even connected one. Otherwise, I'm not sure Lena would have
Oh.
been able to deal with the egg.
I think Lena would have been able to. I mean, it's 11 hits at level 3, right? No, it's 13. Okay, I mean,
Maybe Lena's fast. I don't
Maybe.
know. I didn't catch that. Could be wrong.
Lena's pretty fast. You get 85 attack speed per stack of Fairy Soul. It's almost like having a free Mask of Madness and a Hyper Zone on top of that.
Yeah.
Any hero with a... I mean, except maybe ones with really bad base attack time, something like Pudge, would be able to destroy the egg.
Mhm.
If you're a Troll, you're destroying the egg. If you're a Lena, you're destroying the egg. If you're PL, you're destroying the egg. But if you're a Doom with the Mask of Madness and Hyperstone, you're not destroying the egg. Because his dark animation is too long.
He's getting an axe as well. Jesus.
Uh,
It's gonna reset.
Lena?
No, the Phoenix.
oh. Oh yeah, the Phoenix.
It's pretty much a time lapse for all intents and purposes.
I mean, that's really for the Doom, right? Because he's not getting Doom in these team fights. So his idea really is, I'm gonna get my teammate in the Phoenix. I'm gonna get my teammate in the egg.
Yeah.
Sort of... It's like a snowball, except that it's a giant egg.
And it
And
resets
it
your
deals a
health
lot
and
more
mana.
damage. Yep, exactly. I don't think Doom gets spurts off, but it does give you those crucial extra seconds like Snowball does. So I can get behind this wake up. I think I like this axe.
Yeah.
What Lena? Oh, I mean, Lena's gonna go for the Shiva's God.
Falling slowly in no man's land, has the nullifier. Chicken won't get his BKB off. They're gonna deal with Chicken, who's done 5 bloodstone charges. That nullifier making all the difference there. And Cullies, do they want to sneak a quick Roshan? They kind of suck at taking down Roshan, but yeah,
I mean, they can do it.
they can.
You have an MK with a lot of damage.
Yeah, they've got 5 spirits. They're going to do it. It's going to be slow and painful, but they'll do it.
I want to say one thing. Both these teams have been playing very, very well.
Oh,
I've not used this
absolutely.
kind of quality Dota, even in Southeast Asian qualifiers for that matter. It's usually just one team running crazily aggressive, but you look at the lineup of Cullies, you look at the lineup of Nefarious, both of them are playing extremely disciplined.
Yeah, good Dota coming
You
up
don't
from
get
both
to see that
sides.
often.
I'm really impressed. Just as I say that, Zeal.
Top lane?
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. I mean, it's okay if he gets out as well.
Is he gonna survive?
He's going to
No
survive.
way.
He survived. Lips of an angel. He's the one who might end up falling here. Yeah, Cully's turning it around. I was like, okay, Earth Spirit dies, his team gets Roshan. It's acceptable. But Earth Spirit doesn't die, his team gets Roshan, and they get a kill on the Sand King.
Yeah, it's like the worst possible hand of poker. Oh boy. I think the Lina Shiva's God is not the best item to go for at this point. Okay, so she has changed to Assault. Still not behind this choice. You're really not going to be stopping the Arcane of damage, which is really what's killing you. You're dying from Supernova, you're dying from Disruptor, Static Storm, you're not dying from physical damage. You might as well get yourself Axe and try to burst one hero down and take the fight from there. And then maybe you can look to build something like a Shiva's or an Assault. If you wanted to go for the DPS route as well, I think she should have gone for the Fairy Soul stack talent. With that and a Daedalus, she would output a lot of damage in these team fights.
She might still go back for a Daedalus. It feels like she's doing a lot of the heavy lifting in the damage department for her team. I haven't seen the PL do too much. Maybe now with this
PL, he's just getting
BKB.
control in every single fight.
Yeah.
He has a BKB, but problem is so does the entire lineup of Cullies. I mean, at least the cores, except DOD. So the only hero that can really kill the OD now, I mean, the only hero that the PL can really go on now is the OD. And even then, the OD, he's going to be backed up by his teammates with Supernova, with Static Storm, with Polar Smashes and whatnot. Also, the Axe at bad comes to us.
Yeah.
So he's going to be doing okay. He's not going to be too worried about the PL.
Both-
Trying to rush him.
Both cores have got to be so careful now that there's a nullifier.
Yeah, you can't get your BKB off. You need to make sure that you BKB preemptively so that you don't end up getting nullified.
And it's just
Also-
very easy for Cullies to disengage and come back in. The fight is getting harder and harder for Nefarious.
what Nefarious had to do was sort of try to force Cullies to 5v5 them when their ultimates was down, and then they would have been able to easily fight. But the problem is, every single time they try to do that, they lose another hero on their map because they're split pushing, and as a result, they're not able to find any sort of real 5v5 team fight.
Mm-hmm.
Rysel too, he went for this slightly different level 20 talent. You usually see ODs go for 20 strength, but he went for +2 sanity's eclipse multiplier.
Might do better, slightly better versus the Lina, right?
Yeah, Chicken, although in the middle lane, he's just trying to take the racks, but he's gonna get glimpse back. His TP is cancelled. BKB is popped, and he's gonna try and stand and take racks. I mean, that's his best option right now.
What the
Can't
holy
really do
moly!
anything.
Chicken got to tier 3. There's a fight all across the map. They're going to finally bring down the OD while up top Chicken being chased. Glimpse and Spirit Vessel upon him should probably end up falling. I'm trying to look at bottom. The Monkey King has escaped. So somehow Nefarious make something work for them out of an absolutely horrible situation.
Yeah, Chicken was split pushing, and unfortunately, he didn't BKB TP'd out. He just TP'd, and the Disruptor was able to cancel it. Maybe if the Lina made it to the fight, they would have gone the Monkey King as well, and then they could have gone for the tier 2 bot.
Uh-oh. Monkey King cosplaying as a bounty rune. Rogue walks uphill. Nullifier upon him. They have the boundless strike. And a B joins the party as well. The Sunday is caught in the kinetic field, but not for long. He'll try to run. The Jingu stacks upon the real PL and falling slowly. Will manage to get himself a double kill.
Yeah.
That is why you should cosplay more often.
What? What does cosplaying have anything to do with that?
He was cosplaying as a bounty rune.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. Oh boy. Witch Doctor is not gonna be too happy about that.
That's a...
I mean, should this ability even exist? I'm imagining Loda asking somewhere in his room, is this balanced?
I think, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's a definite throwback to those Dota WTF videos from when Monkey King just came out.
Yeah. See in his room? Nope.
Chicken?
Just look at the damage from this fire.
It's ridiculous. She's popped her BKB and Cullies is just going to commit the Wukong's command. They'll try and force the issue. Probably claim a lane of barracks. Now the PL and this Witch Doctor both have buybacks. The PL has committed his buyback, walks in, pops his BKB, once falling slowly. They're controlling the Monkey King. The Laguna is there. They'll find the Monkey King. The Supernova, though, it did manage to save it, but they'll kill the egg. They'll kill both the Phoenix and the Monkey King. Cullies trying their best to make the best out of a bad situation, but they lose HN6 as well. Zeal will manage to get away with the rolling boulder. Rysel running her back home as well. That Supernova.
Oh boy.
I mean,
that Supernova got melted. I mean, it just melted. There was nothing that they could do to protect it.
Exactly.
He died before he could get his static storm off, and this is what they need to do every single fight. They need to try and make sure that one of these heroes goes down, and then you can sort of just deal with the other ultimate that's being thrown at you. And ideally, you want to take out the Disruptor, because Supernova is something that you can deal with. Static storm is not.
Yep. I think when the Supernova and when the Supernova is committed, both the Earth Spirit and the Disruptor have to do a lot of crowd control around it. That's really, well, like, draw everyone towards a Supernova, try and use that to offer more control and damage, and as bait. But Nefarious, now they're the ones claiming a laner barracks. This game, it's back and forth, it's really close. And it's some really good Dota.
Indeed. Rysel, he went for the +2 sanity's Eclipse multiplier, but in last fight he didn't have any intelligence, and when he ulted, he actually did nothing to the Lina. The Lina was unfazed, the Sand King and the PL weren't bothered at all. So I'm a little against this +2 sanity's Eclipse multiplier. It works really well when you have a Shiva's God or a Sight of Ice, but he doesn't have that as of now. He's not as ahead as he thinks he is, in order to be able to justify that talent.
Absolutely.
And 90% of the time you see ODs going for +20 strength. Occasionally when OD is ridiculously farmed and has like a Sight of Ice and Shiva's Guard along with all his other items at 30 minutes, that's when you see them going for it and just one-shotting enemy heroes.
Well, he's
Sight of Ice.
He's got money for the Sight of Ice.
Yep. But he's gonna have to choose between Sight of Ice or buyback, and losing his life at this point might as well mean the game.
Nah,
I mean, Nefarious haven't claimed the outer tier 2 towers yet, though.
exactly, and both teams are going to be cautious. They're probably going to wait for the next Roshan. Just as I say that, the Nefarious pop a smoke, but they popped a smoke, and what are they doing with it?
Mm,
I don't know.
I don't know. So they just popped a smoke for the sake of popping it. Interesting. I mean, they don't have vision around the map, so this smoke is really misguided. They need to have some sort of information on the map before,
Yeah.
or need to know where the enemy is really before they can make the smoke maneuver. Now they just wasted a smoke.
That's okay. I mean, I would have liked to
Let's
see
talk
them
to-
use that smoke to drop some wards. They did drop wards in their jungle, but yeah, no vision up top. A lane of barracks missing up top. A lane of barracks missing down bottom.
Yeah. Look at the witch doctor. He has an axe scepter already.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I did.
45
He,
minutes
he
in this-
had it. He had it towards the close of the previous engagement.
Disruptor 2, he has finished his Aghanim Scepter, so this means that no BKBs if you get caught in the static storm.
Jesus.
And this could really be the turning point for Team Cullies.
Well, Nefarious, they have a Doom. Cullies, they have an AoE Doom.
Yeah. Cullies, they need to try and make sure that they don't get picked off in these next few minutes. And you can see that they know exactly what's going to happen to them if they sort of split up.
Yeah.
They're playing together as a unit. They're farming very close. They're not straying away too far from each other.
Good
Oh,
discipline
it's-
coming out from them.
Yeah, it's but he's just trying to place some walls on the map around the Roshan. Yeah, Roshan has spawned. And this was spotted by Cullies, so they could sort of go in and try and get the play on Rosh. But ideally, you want to bait Nefarious into doing Rosh, and then you take a team fight over there with your Axe Static Storm and your Supernova. Phoenix even has a Meteor Hammer now, so she's gonna be memeing. I'm just gonna call Phoenix a she because I feel like it. I don't care about what you think Phoenix's gender is.
I think gender is a fluid concept.
Gender is a biological concept, but that's an argument for another time.
It's a fluid biological concept. I mean, clearly you've never been to Pattaya.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
You haven't been to
Anyway.
Thailand.
Nope.
Exactly. Then you'll understand
MK.
why it's a fluid concept. It's a very fluid concept over there.
I don't think I want to. MK, he's in the pit now, has a Bloodthorn and Nullifier, so he's a walking doom in himself. I mean, Cullies, they see the enemy doom and they raise two dooms of their own with the Disruptor and the Monkey King. So Aegis and she's going to be going the way of OD. Not sure if OD is the best candidate. I think Monkey King should have probably had the Aegis, but I think he's having slot issues, so he's
Wait,
like, you know what? Just take the Aegis.
Rizel bought a PKB. Didn't go for the Hex.
Yeah. BKB is sort of important for him. I'm surprised he didn't get it earlier.
I think
Laguna
both
Blade doesn't
sides.
pierce the community.
Yeah. So both sides don't know about.
Wait, did you just see what the
I
Phoenix
saw
did?
that. I saw that.
Wow. Well, take note of that, boys. That's what you're gonna be doing on your pubs when you pick Phoenix.
PPD's brother was the first one to do this.
Wow. I love how you refer to him as PPD's brother and not Robot Voice. Like, that's what he's known for being PPD's brother. Not for being the best techies player in the world, not for inventing, not for discovering that trick.
I forget
being
it. I
PPD's
forget
brother.
his name. I don't remember his name.
Oh, come on, you just have a lot of prejudice against PPD's brother. Just admit it. It's okay. We are Indians, we are prejudiced people.
Well, the next time he tries, I'm sure Lena is going to be waiting with a hotkey for the Yule scepter ready. I'm sure
I
she's.
think-
The first time he
I
got
think they didn't
lucky.
anticipate that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they-
the first, I mean, it's always the thing that only works the first time.
Yeah.
So Lena now has a level 25 with the extra attack range.
Can I buy you
She's
a
trying to
drink?
finish up a dateless.
Only works the first time.
Yep.
Anyway, they smoked up.
Okay. What are they trying to do with the smoke?
I
Just stand on the high ground?
don't know.
Okay, Adiman is trying to move out. He sold his Shadow Blade for an Orchid. I'm not too sure what he's trying to
He's
achieve,
looking
to
to
be honest.
build and nullify himself. Oh, they got the second Meteor Hammer as well. This is
Oh
that
no.
tier 3 is dropping. Epicenter here, Doom onto the Phoenix, Nullifier coming out onto Adiman. They're trying to deal with the Doom himself. Ryzel has that BKB, but he's copped a lot of damage. The Static Storm is dead. Controls a B, not allowing him to get his BKB off. You can't beat it on the Phoenix. Doomed up, still somehow alive. But Adiman in no man's land will end up falling. The Wukong's command is there. Even if they get the Phoenix, which they will not, they're going to lose the PL. Falling slowly, will get himself the kill onto the PL. He's chasing forward for Rogue with the Supernova stun. With the damage, they'll bring him down as well. Nefarious, they've lost everyone other than the Sand King.
Good
But
game.
they've got buyback. They aren't going to buy back at all. They're going to tap out. GG, well played is the call. 49 minutes of excellent Dota. No one had a lead of more than 5,000 net worth. What a game.
I mean, what a game indeed. I think the last fight they made the mistake of overcommitting for the OD. They used the epicenter, they used the Laguna blade to bring the OD down, and the OD survived through it. I mean, he had an Aegis, he just came back to life and he pounded away on the Lina. And I think that's really what cost them the game almost.
Yeah. Thank you, folks, for tuning in.